1.
What do you think when you hear the word abortion? Some people believe that these women are selfish or scared. Others believe that these women are being responsible, or perhaps even brave. Everyone has an opinion on the topic of abortion. Even among the individual states, the topic is widely debated. For example, in the book Whose Life, author C. Whitney writes, Alabama says the parents of minors must consent to an abortion before one is performed. Kentucky state law provides for a ban on abortion if Roe is overturned, and states such as Illinois, Indiana, and Louisiana have no laws but all lean against choice. I want to make myself clear. I am aware that this is an extremely controversial topic, and I respect fully those opinions of those who agree with me and those who disagree with me. Something you may not know about me is that I'm adopted, and even though obviously my birth mother decided against an abortion, that was her choice, and that's the point of my speech today. Today, I'm going to persuade you all to become pro-choice when it comes to making abortion decisions, because each woman should be able to make that decision for themselves, because abortion is a safe procedure, and because having an abortion limits the number of children in which families can comfortably and responsibly afford. So earlier I stated that Kentucky state law provides for a ban on abortion if Roe is overturned. You may be asking what Roe is. An article from ProChoiceWisconsin.org explains how the court case works. Roe v. Wade, or Roe for short, was a balanced decision that protects women's rights for her body and making that decision for themselves, and it also protects the state's rights in protecting potential life. What this means for women is that women are protected under the law from making such personalized decisions. Not only did the court case allow this, it also allowed women to take a step towards freedom. Justice Harry A. Blackmun was asked to comment on Roe v. Wade in the book No Neutral Ground. He says, "I think it was right then, and I think it was right today. It was a step that had to be taken as we go down the road towards the full emancipation of women." Many states, such as Alabama, have something called parental involvement laws. ProChoiceWisconsin.org explains why these should not be laws. For example, it states, of those without parental involvement laws, 61% know of their daughter's decision to have an abortion. The article continues by questioning the one-size-fits-all law by addressing the ideas of incest and abuse. And obviously, for those cases, this law simply does not work. So now that you understand why it is so important for women to make such personalized decisions for themselves, let's move on to discussing first the history of abortion and why it was unsafe in the past, and then discuss why it is safe today. OurBodiesOurselves.org states that before abortion became legal, women turned to dangerous self-abortions, which included inserting knitting needles and hangers into the uterus, douching with dangerous solutions like lye, and also swallowing strong drugs and chemicals. Legal or not, abortion will continue to happen. ProChoice.org stated, before Roe v. Wade, it estimates that illegal abortions ranged as high as 1.2 million a year. And even though accurate records could not be kept because it was illegal, it was said that many of thousands of women were harmed as a result of illegal abortion. So why is it safe today? I did my research and I went on PlannedParenthood.com and found useful information on two commonly used abortion methods, which included in-clinic abortion procedures and the abortion pill. The site states, that both are very safe, but risks of any medical procedure are there. Specifically talking about the abortion pill, the risk of death from medication abortions is much less than from a full-term pregnancy or even childbirth. But you may still be asking, why exactly are abortion procedures safe today? Well, if you think about it, today, whereas in the past, we have trained professionals that look out for you and look out for those warning signs and make sure that you are safe and taken care of properly. So now that we understand the history of abortion procedures, let's move on to discussing how abortion can be the right decision not only for the women involved, but also for their entire family. I went on BabyCenter.com and I plugged in information such as, I live in Maryland, I am single, I have an annual household income of less than $60,000 a year, and I plan to send my child to public college. And what I found is that from birth to age 18, I will be spending a whopping $248,000 about on my child per year, and this is only for the first 2 years of my child's life. The site also gives you estimates on housing. I'll be spending about $3,000, food about $1,500, and other information such as transportation, clothing, healthcare, childcare and education, and miscellaneous things as well. So what we have learned from this is that having a child is a huge financial strain on the family. And from most women that I talk to, they want to be the best mom or best parent they can be. And being the best parent includes being financially ready. So if one isn't financially ready, abortion may be a suitable option for them. In the book, Generation Roe, I read Rachel's story. Rachel told a very heartfelt story about why it was medically necessary for her to have an abortion. Past history of Rachel includes 2 healthy pregnancies, and even though she was vague with the details in the book Generation Roe, she states, "Had I not had been offered the option of a necessary medical abortion, I could have very well lost my life. I was able to make a decision that was right for me and for my family." So what we have learned from Rachel's story is that there are real women out there making real decisions every day about abortion. And it's not just a simple, yes, I'm for it, no, I'm against it. So we talked a lot about abortion today. I tried to persuade you all that pro-choice is the right choice by explaining that Roe v. Wade gives women the right to make such personalized decisions for themselves. I also explained that abortion today is a safe procedure, and that if you're not financially or emotionally ready, it could be a suitable option for you. If you remember, I told you that I was adopted, and even though my birth mother did not have an abortion, it was the choice that was right for her, and that was the point of my speech today. I hope that with the extremely personal insight I gave into you today with my life and the information I gave to you today on abortion, that I at least swayed you a little bit to become pro-choice or think about becoming pro-choice. After all, if you were faced with an unplanned pregnancy, would you still feel the same way you feel now? Or would your thoughts and opinions change based off of your own personal decision? No matter how you feel right now, your life will be changed from the very moment you make that decision. And it will be changed forever.